control.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket.
Superseding event. Split-second decision. Subject yourself to a full...
In her mind, the cavity search is happening. As long as she's sane.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
Officer in need of assistance! Suspect alert! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Disturbance reported. Authorize...
What happened to loneliness? Yes, sure, but also in a less abstract way. The neurodegenerative disease I mentioned earlier. The woman looks at you, but through. Sometimes when things get very bad, it's good to...
This is the police!
So this is what the weather's like on the other end of a cop's gun.
Fascinating. See? This is what happens when we're not around.
Get the gun, Lieutenant. It's okay. It's safe, he thinks. Just get it.
It's the goddamn police, shitbag! Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
She thinks she's a police officer. Try treating her like a police officer. A lower-ranking police officer.
What? Sir?
Easy. Press her too hard and she...
With a swift, poorly coordinated move, the woman slapped.
Officer compromise! Unlawful impersonation!
Okay, she's actually more agitated now. My bad.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
No. Oh, no. No.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer! License unregistered.
She's losing it. One twitch and there will be blood. She's frantic, confused. Host almighty, don't count on that. You saw the binoclard can't shoot for shit. Sure, you're you, but how do we end?
Confined quarters, assailant coming!
Situation is under control. You're not shot, she's not a threat.
I was 95% sure the gun.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police guns have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks devastated. Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
No one ever cared.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around.
The woman stands in front of you. In there she is alone, trapped in a world of blue and red.
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel X could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her? I don't think there's any need for that. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family. That would just be a waste of paper. I mean, look at her. She's not going to respond to it. Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry. But I think we're done here for now.
Please. Leave the...
She stands The woman is one of those things, a police cap. The old woman doesn't. She doesn't even flinch as you reach out.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
It's your hat.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want? What's that, Copper?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs. God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think...
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her.
Yeah. I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pip.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer.
No? Well, whatever.
No. They totally...
I don't remember.
Let me know if you figure it out back. Auntie LaPlante. We always call...
Marianne, amigo.
Be anything else you wanted to know, Walls? Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never.
The children kept her together.
Get wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, she... Shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig? No, I didn't. Because I'm not fucking stupid, Polizonte.
Yeah, Carl. That's some pretty fucking weird shit to say. The pigs level weird. But whatever gets done, oh.
police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up.
Station 41. A man carrying...
No problemo, cop man. We take...
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on this street.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the...
This is Precinct 57. How...
10-4, come in. Fireworker. Over. 10-4, sir. Roger that. And very glad to hear it. I will make relevant changes. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It reminds you of the day you first held it. Sheathe you. A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait. Years worth of... Someone crouches, heels digging into wet...
Yes, Halverson. I think the purpose of this bunker was... You mean like Ruby?
Could this have been the lights of Martinez shine coolly in...
It's a great place to hide. And Mazovianism and murder are certainly not mutually exclusive. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages. Indeed. No one could get a clear view.
The lieutenant's voice betrayed...
In fact, I think we're done with this bunker.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. What? No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely... Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Really now? Check this out.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood...
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right?
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partners...
Right behind you, officer.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of... Signals are relayed across a series of repeat...
Sounds like she knew someone who used to man one of those stations. But she won't tell you about her. Boy, you're one empathetic police officer to have guessed even that.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of...
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for... At the upper limit is the large prime...
She's been holed up in here for a while.
I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond. No. One... Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's if you've got something really important to God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down.
Well, it doesn't feel much better. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack, huh?
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back. I was, before I caught you.
It was dark in the shack.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first. Oh. Well, I guess I always knew she was a survivor above all else. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. Those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
Like what? I already told you I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly like plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for... You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me. And definitely not a reason to off someone.
See her confident gaze. Her toned arms. Yeah, she wouldn't have had much trouble in the intimacy department.
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending...
She didn't hate him, okay?
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time. Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar. Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain. No. Not since I was 14 and hanging out in the... Why? Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in not murder mystery.
She looks you in the eye, impassively, making it clear that she's not planning to comment on the matter any further.
Cool. They said a ghost cop. What the fuck do elevators have to do with it? Not particularly. I'm not really into old...
God damn it!
Don't know it. But also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof.
She has a point there.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
And? The gun store, Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal a knocked away 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Yeah, evidence. I considered her a good friend, yeah. Oh, so that's where you were going with this. That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts we didn't want to...
The lieutenant watches her.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it. She does know how to pick 'em. She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because I knew that wasn't the whole story.
No ill will then.
What the hell, man? Yeah, why not? I've gotten worse. Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing, yeah, The girl seemed terrified. Go ahead.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be done.
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Clausia's rooftop. Sure, it's very powerful. The view's pretty bomb, too. But yes, I'm sure. And so, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over.
That really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do...
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are...
There's a sinister note in her voice.
Yeah?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I...
Police radio?
Who hasn't? He was still warm. With the bluish...
She eyes you. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal. A leader.
It's okay. We just...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting... She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. She asked me to come upstairs.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No. Faking a...
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised.
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity.
Clausia knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her. As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything.
But even if this is true...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death... fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people.
Her grip on the gun is tight. Her arms toned. Her posture solid. Martinez lost a valuable defender.
I saw you roll into town.
That strange...
Yes. You. Everyone says you're his peon. His human can opener.
Through the sudden sharp pain, it's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops. The criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you? Right. Sure. You don't know. Yeah, sure. I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She's still...
What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head.
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine.
Oh, fuck it. Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's...
Oh, yes it is.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to... No, wait. She flashes you an incredulous grin. Then she exhales. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job.
There is no coming back from this one.
Our job.
She died. How can he be so... cold?
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick that tent there.
plain red tent. You see a rolled up.
We should put her in the sleeping bag.
The lieutenant nods. There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror.
See anything?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. You pocket the worn brush she watches by.
We should read this immediately.
The plane. Thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it. It's made of full-grain leather. This was important to her. When the journal falls open, the large cursive of someone who, perhaps too confidently, many phrases, and it's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism. Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the short, wry observations of people and places. Staff issues. Always tough on the lead. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable. Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it. That name isn't meant...
What about this M? Could this be La Puta Madre? Here.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the... Things played out just as she had feared, except you didn't shoot her. It's in you to do something like this. Kill her. Physically, at least. You could pull the trigger if you had to. That's a good, pragmatic approach. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know where. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people. They'd. The entry ends. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard. To personally, the most recent entry. Even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed.
This whole thing was a detour. Don't get emotional.
She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. Still, it's a nasty... No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to... The head of a major Jamrock gang, specializing in drug production and trafficking. A very bad person. Classio was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business...
Arno van Eyck.